This is honestly a quick reminder for myself. I noticed today that it's easy to say, okay, we're still down, because I had kind of a rough month. Ever since I started day trading, I've kind of neglected this account. And, I didn't make any good trades. And the few things I did do on Riley kind of lost a lot of money, right? Thousands, I guess, at this point, right? 1,697. And, when I looked at Riley, that was what I lost. And it was really sad. But, then I went up. But I'm not quite there, but if you zoom out, sometimes you need to zoom out and realize that, sure, like I had this downtrend, but, this is where I was. It was lower than that. Someone posted on my channel about that earlier, on an old video, where I was like, well, you had like 5,000 at one point, and it was a big deal that you had 5 from 2. And so realizing that, I haven't put any money into this in, this whole year. I think maybe I put like a little bit at some point, but I remember I added 1,000 at some point. I just don't remember. But besides that, right, it's like, that's all me, that's my work, $2,000, And so even though I'm still not back to where I was because of several bad decisions with selling puts on it and then getting assigned, and, the stock price dropped. So, but it's on its way back up now. It's gone up $300 and all that. And so even then, though, I'm still up $1,747 in the past 3 months. So anyway, quick reminder to myself and to anyone struggling that sometimes you need to zoom out and just make good decisions as much as you can, because in the end, that's how you recover. Core strategies working really well. I'm still working on educational videos. That's sort of I kind of want to put together, before I forget everything, because I'm doing so many new things, I want to put together all the things that worked and really put credit spreads, puts in general, right? Because that's the wheel. So puts in general, honestly, on kind of high volatility stocks. That's what worked. But sometimes they lose. But when you only have one stock that you're running the wheel on, and then it drops, you're kind of in trouble. But so diversification, that's what works. Diversify, have a lot of different options, not just one. And that was kind of my fault. I mismanaged it a little bit. But you have multiple things, multiple underlyings, multiple strategies. So I also have my dividend stock that's still going up. JEPQ, actually, JEPQ. I'm kind of leaning towards the NASDAQ now. I'm starting to do more NASDAQ positions, this put. I love it. It's down $7. Doesn't really matter. It's not that updated, it's the weekend. But the point is, the NASDAQ, even when it's down, it's really up, you got to zoom out. What else would I want to say? So core strategies, I'm trying to track my progress. I'm trying to track what worked, and looking back, and then in the future we can look back and, see what worked. And I'm just trying to figure it out, because the truth is nobody knows anything. People have all this complex technical analysis. I've done that. I've looked into it. I have better win rates when I don't use technical analysis and day trading. And that's because it's really order flow. It's really random. It's random in the sense that we just don't know. It's impossible to know everything. And even if you did, you wouldn't be able to crunch the numbers. It's just too complicated. So it's really more about making good decisions and finding the probabilities. And we're very lucky that they have all these complex mathematical models that have been able to follow a normal distribution of probabilities. And so that's what I use. That's the Greeks. It's all you really need. So I'm trying to simplify all this. I'm trying to learn the complexities and really jump into it for myself, so that when I do translate it to the few people who I am able to help, and maybe it'll become more people, I can give them the best advice and the best strategies to be successful. But anyway, this is sort of a journal, I guess. This is very much a journal entry. And point is, You need to zoom out sometimes. And it's kind of not, I'm kind of proud that even though I've stepped away for a while, I can jump back in, and what works. And sometimes you need to take a risk. Like, this is risk, but I think it's going to pay off. And if it doesn't, I'll just get out. I'll lose a couple $100, whatever. I'll make more. But yeah, I still think I need to cover like dividend investing, because this is not my own account. I have several other accounts that are buy and hold strategies of dividend stocks, because they're going to grow, and they've all grown, and my account has gone up. And maybe I should show that at some point. And then I also am looking into futures options on Tastytrade, because the Tastytrade platform doesn't have levels where you need special approval to do put credit spreads, or you need, you can do everything. And immediately I can do everything on futures. I can do everything on anything I want. And it's just amazing. And it might be I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I want to design a program for people to do what I did, except better, right? Because they don't have to figure it all out. And so if I can do that, I might end up, I don't know if I'll end up, start on Robinhood, learn this stuff, or just jump straight into Tastytrade. So I'm not sure. I think for me, since there's really no one who did this. I don't think. If there is, let me know, because who has started with $2,000 and got to $10,000 doing what I did without day trading, and even the day traders, like, how many of them are actually profitable? I don't know. I feel like you mitigate the risk if you do a funding firm, and that's why it's kind of what I'm doing. But it's a lot of work. Like, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time, and I don't have time. And I think my whole ethos is that I don't have time, and I don't want to spend time day trading. And so I'm kind of moving away from day trading. I'll keep my accounts, and hopefully if I get funded on all of them or whatever, and I'll just pay the fee, and then I'll have some day trading going on, maybe on Fridays or something when I have more time. But long term, I'm probably not going to be a day trader. I'm just going to be a strategic investor. I'm going to go with passive, semi-passive. I'm going to be active in the markets when I have time, but I don't have to be. And I'm just going to keep learning. But the point is, I want to service that model of, like, the parent who has little kids and they don't have time to day trade and stare at the markets and listen to news all the time. It's like, how about none of that? And you learn these techniques, and you understand the basics and the fundamentals, and then you make really good decisions once or twice a week, or every day if you want to, if you have that kind of interest and you love it. But if you don't, you don't have to. So that's what I'm trying to carve a path. That's the way of the Dadvestor is low time investment, high skill investment. Learn it all, really, really learn it, and then you can really understand your finances and then invest in your future. So anyway, dividends first, savings first, dividends second, and then you start to learn strategic investing, and that's where I am. So anyway, hope you all are doing great. The future's going to hold a lot of amazing things, aiming at 12,000 in the next month or less, and I think I'm going to get there pretty fast. So peace out. Hope you all are doing great.